Hey, what's going on guys? Kurosama here. So I am finally going to be doing another event. I think the last time we had an event was either the Build Fighters event or the Age. It was one of the two. But it's been quite a while since we've actually had a new event. Now after long conversations in my Discord about like, what is this event even going to be? What is going to be the details? Is it going to be a contest? Is it just going to be a free kind of like, enjoyable build? It's going to be somewhat of a mixture. It's 100% going to be a contest if you want to be a part of the contest. But it's also just going to be a fun build event that you could just share your build and you ain't got to worry about anything. If you don't want to paint, that's completely fine. If you just want to do a straight build, that's completely fine. Now the theme of this is actually going to be colors. So what that means is there's going to be two colors that is chosen and you have to build your model or build it, paint it in these two specific colors. And we'll go a little bit more into detail on that. The two color choices is going to be white and purple. So those two colors must be used in your build. Now we're going to break this down a little bit further. 85% of your entire model needs to be in the purple and white colors. The other 15% can be whatever you want. And this is mainly going to be like the inner frame. That's like obviously not going to be white or purple usually. So if you want to make that just your gunmetal, your gray, whatever, black color, you can go ahead and do that. That will mostly make up your 15%. This will also include like eyes, like the cameras and everything. Obviously you can just do that green if you want. You could also do white or purple, that's fine. But I'm trying to make that 15% basically be the inner frame and like the cameras or any like highlighted effects on the kit itself. Now the colors I'm not really just going to pay attention to is going to be like effect colors. So like thruster effects, beam sabers, blast effects, things that are like really external to the suit itself. If it's something that's generated out of something like, ammunition, or if it's, effect parts, that can be whatever color. I'm not even including that in the 85%. Now I'm also going to be limiting this contest to only Mecha. Now I know Mecha can mean a lot of different things, but this is what I'm really drawing it down to. No vehicles. And I know you can kind of consider Gundams and everything to be vehicles of a certain type, but let's just use a little common sense here. I'm not talking about aircraft that are just aircraft. Now the Battleroids and the VFs, essentially the variable fighters, all those are fine. So if you do want to build a Macross kit and leave it in its fighter mode, that's fine. It's still technically Mecha. But I'm really just talking about buying like F-35 Bravo, or you're building a Panzer, or you're building a Porsche. Like if it's just that, it's a vehicle, it's an automobile, it's an aircraft, not gonna count those. And I'm also not going to include any like super humanoid like type of mecha, or even just like girls, like no humanoids whatsoever. So I know a lot of like the Frame Arms girls stuff, or the 30-minute sisters, or even the 30-minute mission, kind of like I guess it's like knights, those little medieval ones. Not going to include those, but if you do want to include the 30-minute mission mecha, that's completely fine. I just really want to avoid like things that are super like android-ish or humanoids. Those aren't going to be allowed. Now let's say you have your model. You're probably wondering, can I use a pre-built model? Yes, as long as it's not painted. And if it has not already been like a part of a contest. So you can't just use another kit that you used as a contest entry. It has to be something fresh, it has to be something original. But if it was something that's already like straight build and you just kind of like built it, put it in a box, put it away, that's completely fine. I'm not gonna ask for like time dates. Use integrity, all right? Don't try and get something that you already painted and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna use this. Let's use integrity here, all right? So it could be a pre-built model, straight build, completely fine, no paint on it. But preferably, I would like for everyone just to get a brand new unboxed kit, something that we could take out of the backlog and just do as a project. But yeah, you can go ahead and use a straight build. Now the time duration is going to start from now until the end of March is going to be your prep time. So your prep time means getting all your tools, getting your paints, and getting the model, identifying the model, and then basically from that prep time, you identify, you could go ahead and post on my Discord, you can just kind of like message me directly either on Twitter, you can message me on Instagram, or in Discord. Those are the three main places I would like for you to go ahead and submit your entry, and I'll basically categorize everything and just organize all of your entries, so that way when we get further into the contest, I'll have everyone from your starting point to your finish point, and I can do my judging that way. Now the actual start of putting paint on a model kit is going to be from April 1st to May 15th. So that gives you a month and a half, just, that's a good amount of time to go ahead and paint your model. Now, I'm trying to keep it like a little bit shorter because I know that people really want to like just get into the event and have the results fairly quickly. So I figured 1 month of preps, that way you can order, because sometimes things do take a while to actually come in the mail. But 1 month of just prep and just like organizing everything. A month and a half is a pretty good time window to go ahead and do any kind of scribing, any seam line removals, anything extra that you really want to add to the model. That's completely fine. Another key thing to note, and this is going to be in the judging phase, like whenever we actually get everything organized for how we judge a model. Just one big disclaimer, dioramas aren't going to count. So we're really just judging the kit itself, the mecha. If you want to do a diorama, you want to do a base, that's completely fine, but that's actually not going to go into the judging category. However, if it's really messy, like it's just kind of like there's a bunch of junk all around it, there is going to be a presentation judging factor, and that could go against it because it's something that's like become an obstacle to us looking at the model itself. So dioramas aren't going to benefit you, but it could actually harm you if it's affecting the way that we can actually see the model and all the details and everything. So what I mean by that is like it's kind of like shrouded in like a forest or something like that, or it's like in an underwater like resin diorama and it's like very, very blurry. That's probably gonna go against you. But if it's on like just a base and there's like gravel, maybe a little like couple of trees or something like that, that's completely fine. As long as we can see the entire model, you're good. Now, like I mentioned, the judging, I'm probably going to do another video right as the contest starts because I'm actually going to be building a model as well. So during my modeling journey, like I'm gonna build it, I'm gonna review it, I'm gonna do some like small things here and there throughout the contest. Pretty much like around like April is when I'm actually gonna drop the judging criteria. So you can get a good understanding. It's like going to be quality, like the overall paint quality. And this is just me summarizing, but yeah, like paint quality, build quality. It'll be presentation, and likely maybe some like how much did it like follow the rules. So how much of it is like the 85% white and purple. So I'll draft all this up, and before the start of the contest, I'll definitely have that out there so it's more public. And I'll definitely figure out who is going to be the judges. Did not, select any judges as of right now, but I do have a couple of people in mind that I would like to go ahead and ask. Now, if you want to share your work in progress and just your overall build with everyone on social media, you can definitely do that, and you can utilize the purple white Gunpla hashtag, so that way you can share with everyone and you can actually just search that hashtag and see who else has built theirs. I was looking, I didn't see anyone else with the similar hashtag, so should be a pretty, open, blank slate, so that way if you type in purple white Gunpla hashtag, you can go ahead and see other people's builds. Last thing to note is that there is going to be prizes. So right now I only have a first place prize, which is going to be the Master Grade Sinanju narrative version Verka. This is the most up-to-date narrative Sinanju, so it's the one that came out like about what, mid or later last year. So it's a fairly new kit, and that is going to be the first place prize. I figured it's an all-white kit. It kind of goes with the theme, right? So there might be other prizes, but as of right now, it's going to be determining on on how many entries I'm gonna have is going to dictate what prizes and how many prizes I'll go ahead and put out there. But yeah, this is definitely coming out of my own wallet, so I don't have any sponsors. This is just something I want to do for fun and something that can bring at least my little community together. So if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, go ahead, jump on our Discord. You know, if you're seeing this anywhere else, definitely follow us on the different socials and, you know, just join in. Have a great time with the contest. This isn't about like, oh, you know, I gotta win, I gotta be #1. It's more or less about just improving yourself as a builder by, you know, maybe getting outside your box and also just being a part of a little community. So that's pretty much it. I really wanted to do this, and I think it's gonna be pretty fun. And I'll be building alongside of you guys, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a great time. But if you have any questions or concerns, please go ahead and reach out to me directly, or if you want, we have an event page on or event channel on the Discord, so you can go in that channel, you can ask all your questions there about it. Maybe there's some holes that you can go ahead and poke, and we'll go ahead and definitely, you know, fill you in on the actual information, or we'll just go ahead and just clarify some things. But that's it. Hey, hope you guys enjoy the contest. Thank you all for watching. And if you have any questions or concerns, please just go ahead and reach out. But that's it for me. I'll be seeing you in the contest. Bye-bye.